Kids. Hey, I think I would like that. You gotta sacrifice your comfort for looking for fitting in. Oh my god, Grand Theft Auto. That's a good one. um, in any case, I reckon Ilariel is, in Dreamland. Yeah, so we might have to play without her. Um, so yeah, I think we'll start, and then hopefully, uh, she might be able to jump in the middle. We'll
What?
see.
Okay.
So last time, you made it through the mists. You, uh, we have Irenia, who wasn't able to find what she was looking for, but instead made a deal with Bavlorna the Hag. And who knows what will happen. Um, she gave you a balloon to go to thither. Uh, and yeah, do you remember what she sent you to do?
He want us to collect a painting from, I think it's the eldest sister. Check my notes. Yeah, we're here to collect. Yeah, we're coming here to collect a portrait of. I think the sister we're visiting is it Scavatha that we're
Scabatha,
coming here
yes.
to. Yes. Yeah, we're here to get a portrait that is supposedly in her place of dwelling, which is apparently in a old tree, an old sword tree ant. And we must get this painting within 8 days. That's the most I have here.
Yeah, exactly. And we sort of just ended it flying through the mist into this, what looks like a extremely large forest. Clapperclaw is the one that is working the balloon, and you're sort of coming in from the south, I think. And
Okay.
you end up.
Clapperclaw, I thought we got a toad too.
Yes, that's right. Clapperclaw knows the directions, and
Yeah, we
what was
have
his name?
some sort of was it Duke or something? I'm trying to let me see my notes. Like, write his name down. I'm not sure if it was.
Yeah, something Frogard. I forgot.
Yeah, Frogard. Some sort of. I think he was Duke or something. I have to double check later.
His name was Dumfrey Frogard. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
And yeah, he's not directing, just making everything work. And eventually he says, you see a cave like in the distance after the mists begin to part. And he says, or not he says, but Clapperclaw points out, I think that might be a good place to stop.
Alrighty.
Yeah. And you go lower and lower. A fragrant breeze wafts between the enormous trees, sending motes of pollen dancing into the air. Patches of sunlight kiss the forest floor, and the sweet melody of birdsong echoes all around.
Well, this place is much more pleasant than the last place we were in.
Okay.
It seems so.
Well, let's be careful regardless.
Of course. We are going to see a hag.
So the first place that is currently in direct view is this giant cave. And you can see like a torchlight radiates from inside. What do you want to do from here?
I think I'm going to sort of look to the earth too and just point to the torch. Do we want to investigate or we just leave the spree and try to continue along?
We could go say hello.
We could. Just looking around like the cave area or anything, is there like any sort of remnants of like any sort of sign someone's living in the cave or an animal?
You can do a perception.
Right. So perception. All right, 12.
Pretty good. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, just the button.
That's the butt. You can see a couple of things. One, there are multiple types of footsteps that lead in and go out of the mouth of the cave. And another thing is posted right beside the entrance seems to be a piece of parchment.
Oh. Okay.
Anything written?
Yeah, what's written on it?
Yeah, when you approach to go a bit closer to read it, it actually seems to be some sort of wanted poster.
Oh,
Yeah. And
okay.
on the poster, it says, let's see, wanted, will of the Feywild. And then below, it says, this sorry witch has stolen from me. Deliver him to me alive and unharmed, and I'll give you back 10 years of your youth.
Hmm.
Huh. Hmm.
And it's signed by Granny Nightshade.
Oh. Okay. Shit.
And this person seems to be human or
Yeah, it looks like a humanoid boy.
a boy. So he looks
Yeah.
quite young.
Yeah, either a very young teen or a preteen.
Okay. Irony will just sort of glare at the above name and just say, "That's must be the hag's nickname here."
Or
Yes, seems so.
Hmm. If we might actually want to pursue this. If we want to try to get close to that hag, doing this for her might get us an in.
Mm. I mean, we could, but it looks like quite a young boy, and do we really want to turn him into a hag?
Hmm. It depends. I mean, I don't know if that's his true form. Things in this place seem to be deceiving when it comes to their forms.
Well, we can always ask, talk to him, but let's not
True.
decide beforehand.
Yes. Well, it says that something was stolen. Maybe if we just ask back what they took.
And why?
It's an option. We don't have to bring harm to the person. Maybe just return the item and just say we couldn't find the thief.
If it is an item, it might not be an item.
That's true. I think Irene will just reach up to grab the Wonder poster and she'll just wrap it up and just put it in her bag.
Okay.
So are there any signs of anyone living in the cave or is it quite empty?
Okay, so you're looking into the cave?
Yeah,
Um,
cautiously.
Yeah. You look into the cave, and surprisingly, it looks quite full. Inside the cave, you see a wizened old man. He's wearing a blindfold and is sitting at a spinning wheel surrounded by piles of gold. As he spins, he reaches down and grasps a handful of coins, which then transform, at his touch, into gleaming gold fibers.
Valeria kind of
Okay.
just stands there looking in amazement. But she's definitely suspicious. It's not something you normally see in a cave.
In both your heads, you hear Flora's voice. We should probably be careful.
Has the man noticed them at all, or is he?
No, he probably has his back turned towards you. So and he's not back. He probably has he's side on. You can see the side, and you can see that he's very concentrated on what he's doing.
Well, we have left our balloon outside his home. Perhaps we should say hello to make sure it doesn't go amiss.
Nods.
And Valeria
Yeah.
will tentatively walk into the cave and say, "Hello? Yes, sir,
Hello.
you there.
Who goes there?
Floor follows and it's like, hello.
I'm sorry to interrupt your work, but we have left our balloon outside your cave, and we thought we'd introduce ourselves."
Oh,
Are you walking at this point?
thank you for introducing yourself. By all means, you are welcome to park your balloon there. Where are my manners? And he stands up. His blindfold is still over his eyes, so he doesn't know. He knows where you are, direction wise, but not how far you are. And he says, "My name is Nib," and he reaches out his hand.
Is his hand clean or dirty?
It looks rough. It's not dirty. There's not mud on it or anything, but it looks like the hands of someone that's been working for quite a while.
She shakes his hand, but there's a little bit of a grimace on her face. Yes, nice to meet you, Nib. I am Valeria, and these are my companions. And she'll nod to the other.
Friends,
I'm running a
hello,
lava
I'm
saw.
Flora. Sorry.
No worries.
Hello, nice to meet you as well.
Flora does go up and take his hand in both of hers and shakes it happily.
Nice.
Irene will just sort of look at what he was doing and sort of ask, "What is it you were up to?"
Up to? Well, that makes it sound like he's doing something mischievous.
I just said it. I meant nothing by it.
Well, it's definitely not something you see every day.
It is certainly interesting.
No. I can understand why you are curious. To be honest, this is a sort of way of repentance. You see, I have lived a cruel and heartless existence. I earned riches back in my home world. I don't come from here, you see. I'm from a place in a world called Toril, and I come from a city in there called Waterdeep.
Valeria raises her eyebrow. Then perhaps we were once neighbors. I too am from Waterdeep.
I see. Perhaps. But it has been so long since I have come here. You see, I earned my riches by exploiting the misery of my tenants. I bought up condemned property, rented it out for an exorbitant fee. And Granny Nightshade is helping me to make amends. I told her I wanted to put my bad deeds behind me and my ill-gotten gains to good use. And she has since cursed me to dwell forever in this cave, spinning my gold into useful items for anyone who comes my way.
Is this Granny Nightshade perhaps a hag?
Yes, she is.
What's she like?
Well, as you can see from my predicament, she is someone who will take advantage if you are in need. And well, she is not a good person. Many children toil away in her workshop crafting toys. And they deliver the creepiest of the toys to children in other worlds, fill their heads with nightmares, I assume. And the hag makes her deliveries on the back of a flying rocking horse.
Hmm.
Certainly sounds troublesome.
That's foul.
It is, but she is very powerful. I know a bunch of people that have a bunch of the kids that have rebelled. They are led by this young boy named Will of the Feywild. He has been helping some of the younger children escape. They're a motley group of rascals. They're known as the Getaway Gang. And they are protected by a treant named Little Oak.
Well, this it certainly sounds like they could use some assistance with their goal.
Indeed.
What is... Do you know of what Granny Nightshade's relationship is like with her sisters?
Only through rumors. I heard they constantly bicker. But apparently force themselves to work together.
Hypothetically, if one were to go missing, do you think the others would care all that much?
I believe they have some sort of connection to each other. One would know straight away. And I think the point of working together is not for the sake of civility, but to make sure their powers are maintained. So I think, yes, they would care very much.
Nods. Thank
You
you.
mentioned before that you're stuck here to create items for anyone who comes your way. What does that mean? Are you just create any ordinary object, or do you create specific things?
Well, I have certain things here, but you can request something in exchange. Let's see. Yes, I will. I am able to craft any item that is common, uncommon, and in exchange. Well, no, you don't have to give anything for me. It is part of my task, my way of making amends. Each item that I make, the value is deducted from this pile of gold.
And what happens to you if one day it runs out?
Well, I guess that will be the end of what I am here to do.
Hmm.
Um, as the three of you are looking at him, you would catch glimpses of what looks like apparitions of different
Oh.
people. For example, for a fraction of a second, you see a grubby child peering over Nib's shoulder.
Oh.
And then the next fraction of a second, a coachman looming in the shadows at the back of the cave.
Do you have guests?
I see. You can see them too. This is why I wear a blindfold. I am haunted by my own words. As long as my ill-gotten gains were put to good use, my bad deeds would remain behind me. What you see are the restless apparitions of those I hurt. They lurk behind my back, tormenting me with pokes at my ribs and whisperings in my ear. I can't bear to look them in the eye, not after what I did to them.
Laura just kind of like puts a hand on his shoulder and pats it, and it's like, you are doing the right thing now, at least. You're trying to. What's the word I'm looking for? Not
Tone?
avenge. Huh?
Atone?
Tone, thank you. You're trying to atone for what you have done. That is commendable.
Valeria nods and surprisingly she agrees. Laura
Yeah,
is
Rennie would just.
right.
Oh, sorry.
No, you can go now.
Sorry. Yeah. Rennie would sort of like take a step back at the apparitions, but she'll just nod in agreement, saying, "At least you make the effort to right your wrongs."
He just nods. What would you like? I can make something for all four of you. I guess Rin's there, but Rin can't make a request.
But something each or something total?
I can make one for each of you. It's as long as it is a common or uncommon, or I can just give you something random.
Hmm.
Ooh, I do love random.
You can roll a d8 if you want something random.
Let's see.
Kylie doesn't
Yeah.
want random, but Flora loves random.
He immediately sits down and begins to work this wheel of gold. And in an instant, gloves are made. And he will say, here are some gloves of thievery.
Ooh,
Oh, okay. Great.
fun! Ooh, these are lovely. These are wonderful. Thank you.
A pleasure.
Yeah, I think already not knowing much about magic items, she'll just say, whatever comes to mind. I roll d8. Free.
He begins to work the wheel, and some boots are created. Here is
Oh.
a Boots of elven kind.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Let me just write that down. Boots of a kind.
Since everyone else did random, I'm going to do random, but mostly because I haven't got a clue about items. So let's just see
Okay.
what
That's
happens.
right.
I'll roll for Rin afterwards as well, so it doesn't miss out.
Oh, should I do
Oh.
again since Flora's already got those?
No, it's okay. I'll give you something unique.
Okay.
He creates what looks like a cloak for you. And he says, "Here is a cloak of protection."
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, actually, that was very helpful.
And
Wow. Really want those 3s and 6s.
he will then create a bag for Rin, a satchel.
Oh,
And he gets a bag of holding.
Oh. Oh boy. That is great. That's hilarious. Yes, that. Oh, that is wonderful. Alright.
While he's making the items, Flora will like kind of find a seat and like play on her kalimba for him.
Yeah.
A little tune.
As you're playing, he'll probably like ask all of you, what is your intention here and thither? What do you intend to do?
Hmm.
Since he gave them all these like wondrous items, Valeria is gonna be honest with him,
Okay.
and
Okay.
she will say, "Oh, well, actually, we are here to steal something of the hags, as instructed to by her sister."
I see. You have a mountainous task ahead of you then.
We know.
Unfortunately, I cannot do anything to help you besides give you these items.
They will do quite a bit to help him, sure. Thank you.
I'm very grateful for these.
Yes, thank you.
Although there is one piece of information I can give, which might be useful. Granny Nightshade has a key protruding from her back that indicates her mood by how fast it turns. When she's happy, the key turns quickly. When she's upset, the key turns slowly. And if she loses her temper, the key stops completely.
Okay.
Do you know what this key is for?
I think it is as much a part of her as your arms are a part of you.
Like a wind-up toy.
Seems
You
each of
know.
these hags are malformed in some way.
Could I ask you a question?
Yes.
Have you happened to see an Eladrin? He's quite cold. I would describe him, but I'm not sure if you'd have actually seen him. He's. She pauses for a moment and then is like, oh, yes. And she'll use minor illusion and be like, he sounds like this, and she'll like have hit like a short phrase that sounds like her father's voice.
He will think and say, yes, somebody came here not too long ago. I shared my story with him, and he shared a bit of his, although he did not go into specifics.
he said?
Well, he told me he came here to ask for a favor from someone. He wanted to fix something.
Hmm. Interesting. Right, thank you. Oh!
So,
Did we get his name? Did we ever ask this man's name?
Nib.
It's Nib, right? Nib?
Yeah, he
Okay,
introduced
Yeah.
himself.
thank you.
Yeah, he's Nib. Let's see. I want to give him something in return.
Oh yeah,
can
we
make
should give
something.
him something in return.
What's he like wearing? Is he just like in like robes, or is he just sort of in tatters at the moment?
He's wearing just very common clothes. Yeah, anything. It's unremarkable. Trousers and a shirt.
Okay. Irenia will just take out her weaving tools and offer. I could make you something to keep yourself a bit more comfortable in the cave, if you would like.
That would be very kind. Although, you don't need to if you don't want to.
I insist. What would you like? I can try my best to make something.
Well, I suppose it does get a bit chilly sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, I could make you. Let's see. I don't think I have much. I could try to make a thin blanket. I don't think I have that much material to spare, but yeah, I think I'll craft him just a simple, let's say maybe a simple red blanket, just something simple to keep him warm.
Thank you. This will do.
No problem.
Valeria will start searching through her pack to see where she can give him in return. She's kind of looking between Agden's head and her flask of glowworms on her hip, because everything else she doesn't think is really worth giving.
Agden's head.
Is there anything that we can do to say thank you for these gifts? Of course, it is a rule in the Feywild that we must give something in return, correct? Is there any task you would like us to complete?
Oh,
Well, really, it doesn't have to be anything, extremely valuable. Anything is fine, but perhaps if you are able to end my curse, I would happily accept that. Because as long as Granny Nightshade remains in control of Thither, I see no hope of escape.
Then we will try our best, Nip.
yes. We will certainly try.
Can you point us in the direction of Granny Nightshade?
Of course. And he'll like orientate himself, and sort of walk to the mouth of the cave, and he'll point. I'll use the arrow. Loom Lurch. I have been there before. That is where it is. That is where you will find Granny Nightshade.
Okay, thank you yet again, Mr. Nim. but I believe that perhaps we should be on our way. And she glances at the others for confirmation.
Yes, unfortunately, I do believe so. It has been a pleasure, though.
It was very nice to meet you, Nib.
Yes. Good luck in your tasks ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you happen across my father again, that little Adrin, just tell him I'm looking for him.
Of course. I will.
Thank you.
All right. A few things. I guess we'll head into the balloon and just go the direction he pointed us to.
Yeah, you want to head straight for there?
Hmm. Oh, actually, I think I'll just go back inside quickly. The name that he said, Will, that's the same name on the poster, right? The wanted
Yeah.
poster?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just quickly before we go, I'll rush back in to say, sorry, I just remembered. You mentioned that the leader of that group of kids was named Will, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do you happen to know where they may be? I know you said they were in the presence of a tree ant. Perhaps if we wish to undermine Scavify, we could meet with them.
They live, and then he also points. Little Oak. You will find Little Oak over there.
Okay, thank you. And she just gives a small bow before she heads back to the balloon. Alright, well, I have a direction for where those kids may be.
Wonderful.
Then I believe we should go in that direction then.
Yes, if we
Is
can
it-
get any sort of... Oh, sorry, you go.
Is it safe for us to navigate the balloon there? There are many trees about.
I think we'll just have to ask the guides.
Good question.
Okay.
Yeah. If you ask the guides, Clapperclaw. Clapperclaw will say, we can always travel through the air, but we don't know how much fuel we have. And also, you are exposing yourself out in the open.
True.
Yeah.
Perhaps it would be better to go on foot and to have you guys wait here.
It does seem safer here. We at least know it's a safe area if this guy's been unharmed for this long.
Indeed.
Sure.
So I guess they're walking there.
A little
Walking,
much. Maybe we can... Yeah.
Wasn't
Just
it
gotta
like
recall.
somewhat late? That's why we stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Oh.
probably nighttime.
Then
Ah, jeez.
if it's nighttime, then maybe we should camp and then go
Maybe
in the
just keep us.
morning.
Yeah, and maybe we could just discuss our plan a bit. I think I'll take us down to 7 days. Countdown. Let's put that down.
If they're going to rest for the night, I want to attune to this cloak
Okay.
so I can wear it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll do the same. I'll put on my these weird boots that everybody has no idea what they do. Let's see. Original kind. There we go. Looking at it. Yeah, and I guess as we rest, I'll just turn to Flora and say, what do you think your dad would be looking for a favor for to fix?
I'm not sure. Unless he's looking... He could probably get that back home. I'm not really sure, honestly.
Hmm. I think we should be wary. He may be going to the Hag for a deal if he's come here of all places.
Yes, it is possible. I would like to think that my father is not stupid enough to try and ask a favor of a hag, but has been rather distressed, so, you know.
What has caused him so much distress?
Well, various things. I was gone for a long time. Mom died. You know, she was human. I don't think he ever quite got over that.
Well, hopefully we can meet him before he makes a foolish decision.
He might not be making a foolish decision. I don't know.
As far as it is involved the hags, and
Don't
including
know
my
if
own
he's
deal.
involving the hags.
Well, what being would he ask it for a favor here? Doesn't seem
Might-
to be many other powerful beings.
He might be trying to reach, my patron as well.
I mean, that's possible, but it doesn't seem anyone knows where she is.
I mean, we haven't exactly been asking. Also, she's in her castle, kind of frozen in time.
Well, in any case, we have direction. I'm curious. When we left Bavlorna's place when we came here, I lost my my feeling. I was
Yes.
wondering if any of you felt anything.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think that's it. She'll already just ask like if any of the others feel any sort of draw.
I think that it was me and Rin that did.
Yep. You immediately feel like whatever you have lost in the past that you're looking for, besides your father.
Yeah,
It's
besides
somewhere
my
here.
father and my patron.
Yeah, it's somewhere here.
She's lost many a things at the moment.
Jesus.
I've got a feeling that the thing that I have lost is here, but not going to lie, it's not exactly the most important thing. It's no creativity or sense of direction or whatever the hell Valeria's lost. Pauses, looks at her, and
Valeria's kind of like looking at her new cloak and kind of grimacing at it. She's like, he could have at least made it red.
Urania hears in her head Laura's voice, and it's just like perhaps it was her sense of style.
Arnie will cover her mouth trying not to laugh as she looks at Valeria. And then she was looking at Valeria. Be grateful he gave you something which possesses magical properties. That wasn't exactly easy to come by.
No, of course. I'm grateful, but blue is not my color.
Always have to pick at something, don't you?
What do you mean? I just have standards, Irenia. There's nothing wrong with that.
And looks down at her mismatched socks.
So, well, we have two directions, but I think probably seeing these lost kids might sound more favorable to us. I mean, hopefully, we don't know how they're like. I'm uncomfortable knowing that Scaffa has children enslaved wherever she is.
Yes, especially slaves of children.
Yes. If we can help these lost children, they can help us try to set them free. I think I'd love to do that, honestly.
Would be very much inclined. It would also make an excellent distraction in order to snag the painting.
I agree. Though I am descended from wizards of Thay, my family no longer practice any sort of slavery, and I detest such a thing. We should try to save those children.
Well, it'll be interesting. I'm just hoping they're not going to attack us on sight. And Rennie sort of looks at touches her scarred face, and maybe I should cover up with something if we're going to see children.
What do you mean, Irenia? Your face is fine.
You have a lovely face, Irenia.
And yet these children have saw the hag. Your face is nothing in comparison.
That's she'll just try to take it as a compliment, but she'll grit her teeth and just say, "Yeah, okay, thank you."
Says
But-
Valeria with her like white face and her thick, heavy, dark makeup and sigils on her face. She's probably just as scary.
Maybe I should do the talking with the children.
Yeah, that's it. That'll probably be the safest bet.
And we have a
We don't
very
want to.
large one with us as it is. And pats Marin on the shoulder.
I mean, technically, he's a child. He's 12. I still don't know how that works. How is a 12-year-old taller than everyone here?
Well, it is
Anyway.
strange by our standards. Different races age at different paces.
Mm.
I rhymed.
Then I believe we should rest and then go find these children.
Yes, indeed. And I think Rennie will just try to get ready to get some sleep. Jeez.
I just picture Valeria looking like the witch from Hansel and Gretel that tries to get the kids into like a candy house. Like
Jeez.
I will take first watch tonight.
All right. I'll take the last watch, and no one wake me up this time, unless it's an emergency.
yes, then I will go second.
And Ernie will nod and just lie down.
5 minutes after you lay down, you hear Flora's voice in your head. Like, are you asleep yet?
Ernie's not going to give a response. She's just going to just try to ignore the message and just try to sleep.
You feel soft little cat paws on you.
She's definitely tensed up with that, but she knows it's probably familiar and just tries to take it easy, just breathe.
Mallow does
very
the thing that cats do, where they'll like knead, spin, knead, spin, and does that for like 5 minutes before they lay down.
It takes me a bit longer than to fall asleep. It's lucky it's cute. Rennie will try off to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. During this whole night, actually, You don't run into anything, but you do hear sounds. Some of them are quite delightful. The sounds of the forest, birds singing, fluttering of wings. But some of them aren't particularly normal that you would find in a forest. Sort of, it's like the trees are groaning, moving, and then you hear like howls in the distance.
Okay.
But otherwise, yeah, you will all have a decent night's rest, full night's rest, and the sun will rise in the morning.
Irene will wake up. Oh, sorry, you go.
No, Irene, I can wake up first. Valeria is probably the last to wake up.
Yeah, Irene will probably wake up and just probably check if Milo is still on her.
Mallow has.
Milo, sorry.
Mallow is now sleeping on Flora after she went to bed.
Okay. Yeah, Irene will just sort of stretch, look around, see if everyone's okay. Yeah, and I think she'll just she'll go over the. Actually, I'll go first. I'll just go to Flora and just like nudge her awake. It's like, come on, wake up, and then she'll move to Valeria to wake her up. It's like, come on, get up.
Flora wakes up much better. And for reference, Mallow is about the size of like a kitten.
Oh.
Yeah, Mallow's not like full on cat sized.
No. Ah, jeez. Okay. Then, good reference. Okay.
Valeria.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, so you go.
Valeria like groggily wakes up, and after sort of like getting her bearings, she'll declare, "I much prefer thither to hither. There were no bubbles last night, so I slept well."
Don't speak too soon. That's only our first night here. Anyways.
Don't try to ruin the mood, Irenia. Let's be positive.
Irene won't say a comment.
So Flora even just kind of like raises an eyebrow at Valeria.
Yeah. I will remind you, Valeria, that we are sort of on I'm on a tight schedule. We have 7 days left now to get this painting before God knows what happens to me with this deal I've made.
Yes.
You forgot?
Well, I had such a nice sleep that I forgot. Indeed. Shall we be quick then?
Yes, let's move. Please.
To be more correct, you have 7 days to get the painting, but it does take a day to get back, and you don't know how long it's going to take to get there.
Already just sort of like narrows eye at you and just says very angrily, "Not helping."
Oh, yes, and remember, we do have this, and she pulls out the vase with the chicken legs and the bones in it. Or she didn't tell them yet.
No! Or she just looks at it and she immediately grabs your shoulders like, "Why do you have that?"
Well, when I went when I went to get to school, I couldn't just leave it there. It must be important.
Oh.
And she'll not even notice it's gone.
No, you can't. You see the contradiction you just said, right? If it was something important, she would definitely know it's gone.
It's not stealing if we return it after the 7 days. I just give me time to figure what it is, and then we can just return it.
You're not the one who made a deal for her. I could be cursed by you doing this.
I must know what this phase is.
Oh
I
my
couldn't just
god.
simply leave it there.
But you could have.
Ah.
Don't be angry, Irenia. I'm positively sure that this will be useful for our journey. Just give me time, and I will figure
Angry.
it out.
Oh, you think? Oh, I am beyond angry right now with you. Believe me. Arenia like almost raises a fist, but she's like, no. And she's like, I'm going to take a walk. And she just says nothing. She just starts walking, which is completely
Valerio,
silent now because I have the boots of Elvenkind, so it's just quiet footsteps.
Valerio look at Flora and be like, was she going to hit me?
Looked like it.
If she hit me, she will find herself with a firebolt to the back of her head. And then she'll be like, so is Irenia going in direction of where the kids are? Should they follow or just
Oh no,
leave
I'm just going for like a quick. I'll just walk around, maybe go back to the cave, walk around the cave that Nib is in, and walk back to you guys. I know not to venture by myself here. When I come back, I don't look any happier.
Valeria will look at Flora and be like, I didn't do anything wrong. Why the extreme reaction?
You shouldn't have stolen from the hag.
Not stealing if we replace it.
No, but it is.
And she just kind of sighs and angrily puts the chicken vase back in her bag. Okay, then we
You
have.
did go through the trouble of stealing it, and you better figure out what it does.
Don't worry, I will figure out what it does.
Yeah, I think as Rennie comes back, she's gonna just take a deep breath, go to Valeria, and she's gonna place a hand on her shoulder, but it's gonna be a bit tight. She's gonna say, "For your sake, you better hope that damn thing is useful. Understand?"
I understand. Believe me, I am sure it will be useful. And if not, we will have a beautiful vase. Right?
Okay, just grits her teeth. Just she tightens her grip tighter. Probably will start hurting now.
Okay, it was a joke. I promise. I promise you, Irenia. It will
She'll
be
let
useful.
go.
And I'm sorry if you are upset by this. That's the best get at an apology.
Okay. All right. Just since I know you have a habit now of doing things like this, promise me, and I mean promise, that when we go to Scavafa, when we get what we're there for, you take nothing else. Nothing.
I promise. I swear on my family.
Okay. If I do find you with something, I will punch you. Hard.
She kind of raises her eyebrows and like a flash of like fear crosses her, but she like quickly hides it. She's like, I'm sure there will be no need for that.
Just pack up the things and just try to get everything ready for the trip. No further talking to Valeria. Ah, God.
Okay. Valeria, do you actually study the jar?
Yeah, she will. She desperately needs it to be useful.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's made of white clay. And would you open the jar to see what's inside?
Yeah.
inside, you find 2 broken pieces of a wishbone, probably from a chicken or a turkey. And that's all that's inside.
It's like Babylon's snack jar.
Oh,
So the bones are
They're broken,
They're meant-
so they're apart.
they're broken. Can she put them together?
Sure. As soon as you put them together, you hear the voice of Bavlorna, and it
oh
says
fuck.
to you, Skabatha forgets the first creature she sees when she wakes up, although her memory of it returns each night when she sleeps. A creature forgotten by Skabatha in this manner is invisible to her. And it repeats after like every 10 seconds.
Okay,
Huh.
so
Oh my god, so that is actually, you actually got something that was useful.
Oh.
she
God
would
damn,
have took the hat too if it wasn't gonna attack her.
attack you. Yeah. Jeez, I had a heart attack when you said my bonus voice. I was like, oh, fuck. Here we go.
So she's not gonna tell anyone yet because she wants to kind of punish them for not believing her.
What do
So
you
she's-
mean? Flora's standing right there as you're doing this.
Yeah, but it's in her head. The Bavloner, what Bavloner says.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was in your head.
Yeah, so she's gonna like
You can see her put 2
Punish
bones in the
them?
jar, paste together.
just to punish Irenia, keep her suffering a little bit more for saying that she's gonna punch her. She'll eventually tell them, but not now.
Is staring at Valeria and it's just like, so?
I think I need more time. Let's keep going.
Insight?
It's up to you. If you both agree, then yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sure, she can. Oh my gosh.
God. Jesus.
She knows.
If you want, like, you could roll a deception, like in against that insight, and whichever one's higher wins. Up to you.
I don't think she'll get any better, but she'll try.
Okay.
See? So a chance. Oh.
Nope.
Something
Flora knows.
sus.
So Flora's just like, okay. Something's up. She did find something. And Valeria just hears in her head and is like, you found something, didn't you? Flora's just standing there smiling at her.
Valeria like side eyes her, and her face like says, "I don't know what you're talking about."
I know you did. I know you did.
I mean, she's like packing her stuff. It's just turning to the guys, just seeing them look at each
Flora's
other.
just in her head.
Yeah, they're just looking at each other like, what are you two doing?
Valeria will like, in her mind to Flora, say, "I'll tell Irenia eventually. Let me just have this small victory for a while."
Very unfortunately, telepathic allows me to be in your head,
really?
but not vice versa.
Okay,
Oh.
then Valeria's just like, "It's nothing," and yeah.
Flora's just like, and you just keep, like, throughout the day, you'll just keep getting little mental pokes.
Yeah. I think Irenia will not focus on that too much and just try to get ready for have the journey start.
Sure. Let's take a 5-minute break. I need to get some water.
Oh, good.
Yeah, be right
Okay.
back.
Jeez.
Enjoying the telepathy.
Yes.
Irenia and Valeria started off so strong, but now they're button heads.
No. No. Well, unfortunately, it's a bad consequence. I'm sort of in a bad spot, and you doing that has left her horrified. I mean, because you guys would be fine. I'm not. I'm sort of in the position like, fuck, I made the deal. I don't know what happened to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're annoyed. But yeah, jeez. Now this should be interesting to see how this goes. Bloody hell.
Okay, I'll be 1 second.
All good? Let's see. Oh, at least these boots of Elvenkind would be useful. Let's see. They to make me silent. That's right. Advantage on enemy stealth dexterity checks. Okay.
I need to get my hands on some fucking thieves' tools.
Hmm.
I'm not proficient with thieves' tools, but I am proficient with sleight of hand. And the gloves of thievery give +5 to sleight of hand checks when unlocking doors specifically.
Yeah, so
Which is a very
it's
situation.
yeah. I
very
mean, it could
strange.
be helpful.
It's mostly strange because that's not usually the
Yeah.
skill check that you use for unlocking doors.
No, not normally.
You usually use
So-
these tools.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least the option is there now. Using against doors, we have a little bit of a bonus. And now I can wear my medium armor without consequences to my stealth. Thank goodness. No, this is fun.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Yeah. No, but this is a little fun way to get magical items. Definitely a lot more fun than just going to a store for them.
Yeah. And cheaper.
Yeah, for free. Don't have to pay 500 gold for uncommon. Ugh.
I forgot. What did Irenia buy with her eye colors? She.
Let me see. I think I bought the wood. I'm pretty sure.
So yeah, Irenia's definitely gonna scare the kids. She has like no.
My one good eye is just completely white because it lost its color, and the other one's just. Jeez.
Poor Irenia.
I'll be fine. Fine. I live in a bit. Yeah, it's not gonna be good. Not at all.
Yeah,
The kids are gonna see me as like monster. That's right. She's a half orc. She's dealt with that before. But yeah, no. But no, I think it was good. You got the cloak of protection.
I'm back.
Hello, little one. What do you want? Oh, Sure. I'll feed you later.
Yeah.
Sure.
Was it? Were you discussing something that needed to be answered, or?
Theorize.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep going. So you travel through this forest. There aren't really paths. It's sort of been overgrown. But you know, it's not extremely thick that you get lost easily. Which direction do you want to go in?
I think we'll probably just head just towards the little oak, like the direction that he pointed us to.
Yeah. Do you want to like go this way or
Oh,
go over this
uh,
rock?
I think often we'll go this way. I think climbing mountain is gonna save us much time.
Okay. You are traveling for probably an hour, an hour and a half. The weather's not too bad. So yeah, after traveling for a bit, you suddenly. Oh, actually, let me check something. Oh, you all have very low passive wisdom. Valeria's the only one that sees. um, Up ahead, there seems to be a pack of dogs that are surrounding what seems like a cruelly dug hole in the ground. The dogs are howling sadly, and it seems that they approach one by one, placing gifts into the hole.
Valeria
Oh.
holds up her hand to like stop everyone, and like nods towards the dogs and what they are doing.
Hmm.
And she'll keep like silently watching them to see if anything else happens.
Yeah. Does anyone else do anything?
I guess I'll try to make sense of what they're doing.
Yeah. Insight probably.
Yep, all good. Let's give it a shot. So that's
It's a
good.
ceremony of some
Actually.
kind.
Mm.
Yeah, that's all you can really insight out of this.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that Flora will try and like send Mallow over and but like flying well above them and see like kind of what's in the hole.
Flying above them, it's hard to see what's in the hole because it's dug pretty deep, and it's very small, and also they're like putting stuff in. So besides the gifts, you can see that they're putting in. Yeah, it's hard to see what's at the bottom unless you go closer.
Mallow sure as hell isn't.
Okay, but you know, if you stay back for at least a minute, the howling stops and the gift giving stops, and they begin to dig, filling in the hole with loose dirt, burying whatever is in there. And the dogs will pause for a while, and one by one they will start to head in a different direction.
Okay. I think once it's safe, and I'll probably just tell them just to wait. I'll quietly move forward just to see what was going on since I have the boots of Elvenkind.
Okay, you can roll stealth.
So, yeah. So she'll just walk and see what they were doing.
Yeah. Do you? So you wait for them to go completely, and then you go up there, or are you going while some of them are like hanging around?
Hmm. I think I'll try to be a bit more daring. Yeah, I think I'll just try to walk when I think most of them have left. Yeah, I don't think I'll try to go when they're all there.
Okay. And you're just like looking at the hole. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what's inside, like what they were looking at.
Well, by the time that they're all leaving, it's pretty much all covered up now. Although
Hmm.
you could uncover it again if you wanted to.
Hmm. I guess when I look at it, does it seem like a grave, or is it just something like they've?
Yeah, it's big enough to be a grave.
Hmm. Okay. I think knowing it's a grave, Irene will just like making sure the coast is clear. Just sort of motion everyone that it's safe to come out. But she won't disturb the grave.
Okay.
I'll wander out.
Yeah. And yeah, nothing else happens. You could probably hear the dogs walking as a pack off in the distance, so they wouldn't be too hard to follow if you wanted to, or you could just continue on your journey.
Should probably continue. We are on a time limit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
I think we'll
Valeria
just
thinks
move
too.
forward. Yeah, I think we'll just move on. Yeah, we'll just move on. Not wanting to stay here too much longer.
Okay. You continue through the forest. And it's probably another hour before you have another interesting encounter. You walk through the trees into what seems to be an open area. This area has a ring, 20 foot, at least 20 foot wide. And it's a ring of 6-inch tall toadstools. And this area is protected by a thick canopy. So it's a bit hard to like get through the brush to get in there.
Valeria is really apprehensive, and cautious while they're in here.
Okay. Yeah.
And before you know it, you suddenly hear singing, and you realize it's coming from these creatures that look like tiny mushrooms.
Oh my
Oh.
god!
I want to see them.
I'm trying to find their handout. I don't think they have one. Hang on, give me a second.
If they don't have a handout, that is a crime.
They have this, but it reveals a bunch. Hang on, give me a second. I'll make a separate handout. Okay, that's all. That's the best I could do.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man, that's such a funny face.
Oh my god! Oh my god, I want one.
They begin dancing in a circle, sort of like what do you call the train that people do at weddings?
Like the tree.
Like the conga.
Conga
Like the
line.
Conga line.
Yeah.
Conga line.
And then one of them is like waving at you guys, as though they're
Oh
trying
my
to say join.
Let's join.
Oh.
I want to join. Look how cute they are.
Valeria's like, yeah, Valeria stares in disbelief and kind of, her eyes are open wide. She thinks she's dreaming at the moment.
Do I know what these are?
You can do a nature check to see. Oh my
Shit.
god.
Oh
Wow,
my
you're
gosh.
good today. Good rolls.
I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
like garbage for anything that really matters.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, you probably ran into these a lot when you were growing up in Prismere. Campestries. Happy-go-lucky mushroom-like creatures with few cares or worries. Captivated by music, and they can't distinguish a bad performance from a good one.
Oh my god.
And they will happily sing along to anyone that sings or plays music. And they imitate. They can only communicate by imitating others.
I absolutely join them by singing and playing on my kalimba.
And they begin dancing around. Yeah, yeah.
Rainy would just slowly just approach them and just sort of just stare, dumbfounded as they just imitate Flora's performance. Or try to.
We're putting on a bomb ass performance.
Yeah. In fact, as you're playing your kalimba and they're dancing around you, your kalimba starts to glow. And it seems they've given you a gift. And I think you just inherently know that you've got something. So for 24 hours, you are under this spell. True seeing.
Look.
Oh damn!
Oh my god!
Too bad Valeria's not a dancer. It'd be totally out of character for her.
And
Yeah, you're not gonna catch you when you're dead dancing.
Do I
Yeah, you just.
notice anything A in the material plane or ethereal plane and B with true sight at the current moment as I look around?
Let's see. Yeah, it's only 120 feet. Oh, and see into the ethereal plane. Nothing in the ethereal plane and within the 120 feet. Yeah.
Just
You're on
looking
the-
at Flora.
Secret doors hidden by magic.
Yeah, for the time being, nothing around you seems hidden.
Flora's usually like really iridescent eyes are just like basically literally glowing.
Yeah. Irene would just like
Like,
slowly approach and
swirling.
just like
She's just like, yes.
she Irene just concerns like, you okay there, Flora?
Yes, everything is wonderful. Look how cute they are.
Yeah. Do you know? I'm just like pointing at my eyes just to ask if she can tell. Your
Did
eyes.
you have no color to your eyes? Yes, I was there, dear.
No, no. I mean, your eyes are glowing.
My eyes are always like different.
No, I mean, like glowing more than usual. Did something happen?
I mean, like, I think they gave me some sort of blessing. It seems.
Oh. Okay. I'll just
Everything's a little
turn to
bit
them.
sharper right now, but at the same time, a little fuzzy. I feel kind
Okay.
of drunk.
Can Valeria tell what's happened to Flora just by her description?
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check. Yeah, you probably don't know the exact spell. There's probably like a list of spells that have a similar thing, but you know it's a spell. Yeah, I think that's.
Okay.
Sorry, I guess I'm holding us back for a bit. Sorry, dears, but I think we must get going.
Yeah, Irene will just sort of like look at one and she will just I don't know, I think she's just like try to get her hand close to it, see how it reacts.
They begin doing the cha-cha when you stick your hand out.
Oh. I think he's just gonna retreat.
Oh my
Retract her
god, I
hand.
love these things so much.
Irene's gonna retract her hand slowly, just feel very uncomfortable with these forming mushrooms and just trying to just say, as interesting as this is, we do have important matters to attend to, so let's go.
Sorry, dears. Oh
Oh,
my
there we
god,
go.
I love
Oh my god.
that.
Oh, they have a. Oh, it's cute. Look though.
Irenia, how could you say no to such a thing?
We must be on our way. But, I mean, if one of you would like to come with, you're more than welcome.
It looks like they travel as a group. So they'll just keep dancing with each other.
Um, perhaps on our way back we can stop for another dance party. She'll like kind of pat one on the head and she's like, we'll start wandering off. Bye,
Arnie
loves.
just like. Arnie keeps glancing every now and again, just like looking at Flora's more brighter eyes and just like thinking, "This what's this stuff keep happening?"
I used to play with them all the time when I was a kid. I called them campies.
Campies.
Yes, I couldn't say them. I couldn't call them by their proper name. Campestries.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, it's a refreshing. It's nice to see something friendly.
And they're so terribly cute. Like, if you don't mind, I'm gonna make a thing up about the made-up monster. They come in all different varieties. Sometimes they're blue, sometimes they're purple. The ones near the house were usually kind of a purpley blue.
Yes, the magic mushrooms that make your eyes glow and blur your vision. How curious.
Speaking of weird things, she'll just look back to Valeria as they're walking. Any luck with that vase of yours?
Mental poke.
Not yet. Just give me a few more hours, Irenia.
You better give me something by tonight.
Of course. Of course.
I think we'll just keep going on from there.
Sure. Yeah, you continue your journey. And then a couple of hours later, you pass by this tree, and it has
Oh.
a wanted poster, similar to the one you saw at the cave, except
Huh.
this time, it's got different text on it. Instead, on the reward, it says, "This little troublemaker belongs to me. Bring him home alive and unharmed, and you'll win the heart of the one you love."
Valeria will jokingly nudge Irenia. Is there anyone you're wanting to win the heart of?
No, don't exactly have many people vying for me when I look like this.
Oh, you're lovely, dear.
You've seen my personality. I'm a very tough person.
I mean, yes.
Not that I really focused on it anyway. I mean, I don't know. Maybe one day, but I have things I want to focus on, and having a relationship would complicate things.
How about you, Flora?
No one particularly. I had a crush on a Fey boy once, but it was just, puppy love. Would. Bugs. After I got home, I really just spent most of my time with my father.
Yeah, I can relate. I'm probably a lot closer to my dad than I am my mom. And what about you, Valeria? Anyone you fancy back in the home realm?
No, of course not. Well, there
Valeria
was
just fake.
this one person, but I came to my senses, and studying is much more important than men.
Really, though?
She blushes, and she's like, "Of course."
Oh, Valeria, you have a crush on someone. How cute.
Not a crush. It was just a stupid, young infatuation. And I grew wise, and now I purely concentrate on my studies of the arcane.
Oh, come on. You need to find time for yourself as well. Both of you. Just myself as well, honestly.
I enjoy what I do. I find time for myself, just relationships have never just been a big thing.
Fair enough.
I mean, considering how cutthroat my mother is, most of my focus after the events with the carnival when I was a kid meant me just training to be a god. Haven't had much social life afterwards. Not that many people talk to me or my family.
Shame. Although I can relate in a sense.
But if we ever get an opportunity to go to a bar somewhere, I made a few rounds there. Being partly dwarven gives you some advantages when you're having drinks.
You're part dwarf.
Yes, my father's a dwarf. My mother was a half-orc.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, if you saw other half-orcs, not many of them are as short as I am.
How tall is she?
She's like a 5'4".
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, she's not very tall.
Valeria's the tallest. No, Rin's the tallest, definitely.
Yeah, Rin's the tallest.
Flora's 5 foot, so she's like, "What are you talking about? You're not short."
If you saw what other half-orcs like, you would see what I mean. Most of them were closer to Rin's height.
Your parentage
Yeah.
is certainly unusual, Irenia.
It's the family I have.
Yes, indeed, we can't choose our family, can we?
No, but I am grateful my moms were kind to me for the most part. Well, maybe not kind as I imagine your two households are. Living with a dwarf and a half-orc is a very aggressive environment at times.
Oh no, my grandfather, he was a wizard of, well, now he's an exiled wizard of fate. And of course, they
Oh.
have their reputations.
They?
Yes, they.
Interesting. Well, it seems you all have interesting bits to us. It's been nice being with new people.
It has been nice.
Hmm.
It's just been me and my dad for a long time.
Well, it is indeed better than manning my family's storefront. Can you believe that with all my talent, they would have me just take coin at the front desk?
Oh, that is such a waste of talent.
Of course, and that is why I left Waterdeep.
Yes, I understand completely.
I
And of,
mean, sorry, you go.
and of course, I can never go back once my father knows I took that flask from the store. As she motions towards the flask of glowworms.
Arania is just in her mind thinking, "Oh God, it's she does this regularly." Looks to her mind, this is regularly. Oh boy.
This is
I think
a
you might.
hobby of yours.
Not a hobby. We had an argument. They would not let me do more do the more sensitive work of the store. And, we argued and I left and I was quite impulsive and I just wanted him to suffer a little. Just as he made me suffer. Do you know how insufferable the nobles of Waterdeep are?
No.
I don't.
I've never dealt with anyone outside my village before.
But let me tell you,
Definitely not
they're
nobles.
insufferable.
Arania will
won't
just whisper in her mind. Sorry. She'll whisper in her mind as you're saying this, oh, I'm getting plenty of ideas with you.
And
That's
of
what she's
course,
thinking in her head.
they always complained about me. Apparently, I have no... Sorry. Apparently, I have no customer service skills. Can you believe that, Flora?
Not at all.
Arania just stares at you blankly. Just, really?
Floor can't even keep a straight face when she says not at all.
And that is why I left. Someone with talent like myself should not be manning a front desk of a store selling crappy little health potions to the stupid nobility of Waterdeep.
So, just
There's
a
nothing
thought.
wrong with having a
Mention
humble
you.
start.
Go ahead.
Fact. There's nothing wrong with a humble start. Starting somewhere builds up your resilience to certain things. And your talent will be used eventually. You gotta start somewhere. We all do.
She rolls her eyes. She rolls her eyes and sighs, and she's kind of over the conversation because her anger has been building, just being reminded of back home.
Ah.
You said you couldn't go back because you stole the thing. But if you brought it back and returned it, then you were just borrowing it, right? She's smiling.
She has a thoughtful look on her face. You do have a point, Flora. Perhaps I should bring something extra, though.
Yes, of course.
Maybe I can find something unique in the Feywild to bring back to my father's store to sell to one of his clients.
Of course. Irenia just hears in her head and she's like, she missed that point entirely, didn't she?
I don't think she's gonna figure. She'll just think. Actually, no. I think if anyone over this point, I can't reply. She'll just nod to you, Flora. Well, well, hopefully you're able to work things out with your father. I'm hoping mine's okay when I get back home. But yeah. Well, let's continue forward. Let's not try to waste too much daylight.
I agree. Let's keep going.
On we go.
Okay. What do you say?